Today we're diving deep into Neville Goddard's timeless wisdom to uncover his 5 powerful tricks to accelerate your manifestation process. So, let's delve into the practical tools to become the master of your reality. Let's take a closer look at Neville's first trick, embracing the power of imagination. This trick is like the foundation of manifesting your dreams, and it's super important to understand why. Neville was a big believer in the power of our imagination. He talked about it all the time, comparing it to a precious pearl, something incredibly valuable and full of potential. And he was onto something big. You see, your imagination isn't just something you use to daydream or pass the time. It's so much more than that. It's like a magic portal that connects you to the world of your desires. When you tap into your imagination, you're tapping into the very essence of creation itself. So, how can you start embracing the power of your imagination? Well, it all starts with visualization. Close your eyes and picture your desires as if they've already come true. Imagine yourself living your dream life, feeling the emotions, seeing the details, and immersing yourself completely in the scene. But here's the key: it's not enough to just visualize your desires, you have to really feel them. Neville often talked about assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's a potent act of creation. So, how can you do this? Well, start by getting clear on what you want. Really think about your desires and how they would make you feel if they were already a reality. Would you feel joyful? Excited? Grateful? Whatever it is, really immerse yourself in that feeling. And then, practice embodying that feeling every day. Let it become a natural part of who you are. The more you can feel the reality of your desires, the more you align yourself with them, and the closer they become to manifesting in your life. Now, I know what you might be thinking: this all sounds a bit too good to be true. But trust me, it works. Your imagination is a powerful tool, and when you learn to harness its power, there's no limit to what you can create. Let's take a closer look at Neville's second trick: letting go of limiting beliefs. This one's a real game changer because it's all about freeing yourself from the things that hold you back. Now, when it comes to manifesting your desires, it's crucial to understand that your beliefs play a big role. If you hold on to beliefs that contradict what you want, it's like trying to drive with the brakes on. You're not going to get very far. Neville talked a lot about the importance of letting go of old beliefs that no longer serve us. These could be beliefs in things like astrology, luck, or the power of external forces. You know, the kind of stuff that makes you feel like you're not in control of your own destiny. But here's the thing: you are the operant power in your reality. That means you have the ability to create the life you want, regardless of any external circumstances. Any belief in external limitations only hinders your manifestation process. It's like putting up roadblocks in your own path. So, how can you let go of these limiting beliefs? Well, it's all about awareness and intention. Start by paying attention to the beliefs you hold about yourself and the world around you. Notice if any of these beliefs contradict your desires. Next, challenge those beliefs. Ask yourself if they're really true or if they're just holding you back. Remember, just because you've believed something for a long time doesn't mean it's true. You have the power to change your beliefs at any time. Now, here's where it gets really exciting. Once you've identified and challenged your limiting beliefs, it's time to let them go. It's like clearing out the clutter in your mind to make room for new, empowering beliefs. Neville often talked about selling off outdated beliefs to purchase the pearl of great price, your imagination. And that's exactly what you're doing when you let go of limiting beliefs. You're freeing up space in your mind for your imagination to run wild and create the life of your dreams. So, how can you start letting go of limiting beliefs right now? Well, it's as simple as making a decision. Decide that you no longer want to be held back by beliefs that don't serve you. Decide that you're ready to step into your power and create the life you want. And then take action. Replace those old, limiting beliefs with new, empowering ones. Affirmations can be a powerful tool for this. Repeat positive statements to yourself every day, like, "I am capable of achieving my dreams," or "I am in control of my own destiny." Alright, let's take a closer look at Neville's third trick, assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This one's a real game changer because it's all about tapping into the power of your emotions. Now, you might think that manifesting your desires is all about visualizing what you want and hoping for the best. But Neville taught us that it's so much more than that. It's about really feeling the reality of your desire as if it's already happened. So, what does it mean to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled? Well, it's like stepping into the shoes of your future self. It's about feeling the joy, the excitement, and the fulfillment of having your desires come true right now, in this moment. Neville famously said, "Feeling is the secret." And he was on to something big. When you truly feel the reality of your desire, you align your inner state with your desired reality. It's like you're sending out a signal to the universe, telling it exactly what you want. And here's the best part. When you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, manifestation becomes inevitable. That's right. When you're in alignment with your desires on a deep emotional level, the universe has no choice but to deliver. So, how can you practice assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled? It's simple, really. Start by getting clear on what you want. Close your eyes and visualize your desire as if it's already happened. Picture yourself living your dream life, experiencing all the emotions that come with it. Next, focus on generating those feelings within yourself. How would you feel if your wish had already come true? Would you feel joyful? Excited? Grateful? Whatever it is, really immerse yourself in that feeling. Let it wash over you like a warm wave of energy. Now, here's the key: practice embodying this feeling daily, in everything you do. Whether you're brushing your teeth, walking the dog, or doing the dishes, keep that feeling alive in your heart. Let it be the backdrop to your day, the soundtrack to your life. Now, let's dive into Neville's fourth trick: cultivate conscious awareness. This one's a game changer because it's all about being aware of what's going on inside your head. You see, manifestation isn't just about dreaming up your desires and hoping they come true. It's about paying attention to your thoughts and feelings every step of the way. Neville knew this, and he talked about it a lot. So, what does it mean to cultivate conscious awareness? Well, it's like being the boss of your own brain. It's about paying attention to the thoughts you're thinking and the emotions you're feeling. Why? Because these thoughts and feelings are like seeds you're planting in the garden of your mind. And whatever you plant grows. Neville said it's important to be a conscious manifester, which means being aware of the power of your imagination. Your imagination isn't just something that happens to you, it's something you can control. And the more aware you are of it, the more power you have to create the life you want. So, how do you cultivate conscious awareness? It's simple, really. Start by paying attention to your thoughts. Notice what you're thinking about throughout the day. Are your thoughts positive and uplifting, or are they negative and draining? Be honest with yourself. Next, pay attention to your emotions. Your emotions are like the fuel that powers your thoughts. If you're feeling happy and excited, chances are you're thinking positive thoughts. But if you're feeling anxious or upset, it's likely that your thoughts are more negative. Now, here's the important part. If you notice that your thoughts or emotions aren't aligning with your desires, don't panic. Instead, gently guide yourself back on track. Replace negative thoughts with positive ones. Shift your focus to what you want, rather than what you don't want. Remember, you are always manifesting, whether you realize it or not. Every thought you think, every word you speak, and every action you take is like a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. By cultivating conscious awareness, you take control of the masterpiece you're creating. But here's the thing. Cultivating conscious awareness isn't always easy. It takes practice and patience. You might slip up from time to time, and that's okay. The important thing is to keep coming back to awareness, again and again. So, how can you practice cultivating conscious awareness in your daily life? Start by setting aside a few minutes each day to simply be present. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and tune into your thoughts and feelings. Notice what's going on inside your head without judgment. You can also try keeping a journal to track your thoughts and emotions throughout the day. Write down any patterns or recurring themes you notice. This can help you identify areas where you might need to make adjustments. Now, let's take a deeper look at Neville's fifth trick: living in the end. This trick is a big one and super important in your manifesting journey. Neville talked a lot about it because it's like the secret sauce to making your dreams come true. So, what does living in the end really mean? Well, it's all about acting as if your desires have already happened. Instead of thinking about how things are right now, you imagine them exactly how you want them to be. It's like you're already living in the future you dream of. Neville liked to mention a saying from the Bible. Call things that are not as though they were. This means you speak about your desires as if they've already come true, even if they haven't yet. It might sound a bit strange, but trust me, it's powerful stuff. Imagine this, you want a new job. Instead of worrying about your current job or stressing about finding a new one, you picture yourself already working in your dream job. You feel the excitement of walking into your new office, meeting your colleagues, and doing the work you love. You live each day as if you're already living that reality. Now, some folks might think this is just pretending or ignoring what's really going on. But that's not it at all. Living in the end isn't about ignoring your current situation. It's about focusing on the future you want to create. It's like setting your GPS to your dream destination and then taking steps to get there. When you live in the end, you're not just dreaming about your desires, you're bringing them into the present moment. You're telling the universe, "This is what I want, and I believe it's coming to me." And guess what? The universe listens. By living in the end, you're bending time and space. You're collapsing the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. It's like you're pulling your dreams closer to you with every thought, feeling, and action. So, how can you start living in the end? Well, it's all about your mindset. Start by imagining your desires as if they've already happened. Close your eyes and really feel what it's like to live in that reality. Visualize the details, hear the sounds, and feel the emotions. Next, act as if your dreams are already here. Let go of any doubts or worries and trust that the universe is working in your favor. Speak about your desires as if they're on their way to you. Say things like, "I'm so grateful for my new job," or "I love living in my dream home." And finally, take inspired action toward your goals. Listen to your intuition and follow the nudges that guide you toward your dreams. Whether it's updating your resume, networking with people in your field, or taking a leap of faith, trust that each step brings you closer to your desired reality. So, Neville Goddard's teachings offer profound insights into the art of manifestation. By embracing the power of imagination, letting go of limiting beliefs, assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, cultivating conscious awareness, and living in the end, you can accelerate your manifestation process and create the life of your dreams. As Neville himself said, "You are the operant power." It's time to claim your power and manifest your desires with confidence. In the manifesting community, we are taught that regardless of who we are, what we do, and where we live, we can experience what we want to experience, and we can be whoever we want to be just by changing how we assume. We are told the manifesting community that we can have everything in the world and manifest whatever we want. Everything belongs to us. We are everything. We are gods who create our own reality. Nothing can change us, nothing can affect our lives, and nothing can force us to do what we don't want to do. But you see, on the other hand, our society teaches us about luck, fate, and facts. We are forced to accept who we are forced to accept things as they are. And we are taught to think about what other people think. It can occasionally seem as though we are deluding ourselves, or as though it is all too good to be true when we claim to prior experiences that run counter to these lovely realities. Instead of letting ourselves relax in the knowledge that we already have all we desire, it is simpler to accept the world as it is, and to believe that we must work hard to achieve our goals. This is where building faith and our awareness of God and gaining a deeper understanding of where our desires spring from comes into play. Here I would like to include one of Neville Goddard's quotes. He says, "Look upon your desires as the spoken words of God and every word of the prophecy of that which you are capable of being. Do not question whether you are worthy or unworthy to realize these desires. Accept them as they come to you. Give thanks to them as though they were gifts. Feel happy and grateful for having received such wonderful gifts, then go your way in peace." In simpler words, Neville Goddard actually says that our faith is our fortune. What do we think will happen to us? What we believe will become our reality. And our thoughts affect our lives the most. And our desires come from God within us. And what you see in the 3D world, such as a lack of evidence for what you want to manifest, has no effect on whether you manifest your desire or not. It means the 3D world doesn't determine our fate. The 3D world doesn't affect our lives in any way. We decide what we want to experience and who we want to be. Only you select what reality you want to experience, and you allow whatever happens in your life to happen. So you have got all the power, you have got all the energy, and nothing can prevent you from doing whatever you want to do. But it is another fact that believing this and assuming this is much more difficult. Although it seems easier, it really is difficult because our minds are trained to accept things only if they have got some evidence. If there is no evidence, our minds don't accept that thing. Is especially hard to believe for a specific person. If you want to manifest a specific person in your life, you will not easily believe that you can just attract that person into your life just by your thoughts. For some reason, this specific person has left you and now you are fighting an old story from your past. But when you believe that our desires are the spoken words of God, and that we are one with everyone, everything, then we start to transcend the part of us that wants to question whether we are worthy of what we want or whether we are doing the right thing. You also have to remember that your desires and whatever you think don't only serve you, but they also serve other people whom you interact with in any way. So regardless of whether you want to be in a relationship with someone, get a job you've always wanted, or experience something new, always believe that whatever you want is in the best interests of everyone close to you, or with whom you interact. You know that you are God, and you need to remember that God never makes a mistake. If your inner self desires something, it means you are capable of manifesting your desire. If you can think of something, you can get it too. Everything that comes into your mind isn't out of your reach. Because your desires are God-given and God makes no mistake. And when you know that your desires are God-given, then why do you need to have faith and persist in them? Let me say, if you don't believe in your desire, it means you unintentionally believe that you are not God. For God, everything is possible. The words faith and perseverance might sound like we need to do some sort of work to receive our desires. But it is actually quite the contrary. Having faith in what you want and what you desire, and persisting means that you have already manifested what you wanted to manifest, and you have become what you wanted to become. Having said that, this does not imply ignoring uncomfortable feelings and forcing ourselves to believe them instead, even though it may seem otherwise. We can allow ourselves to feel and let go of unpleasant emotions from a position of knowing that every thought and emotion we are having is guiding us toward the realization of our chosen reality. Is how I define persistence, and having faith and desire when I really feel my emotions while remembering who I truly am. All the negative thoughts, emotions and feelings fade away. And faith and persistence come naturally. Most of us join the manifesting community because we want to manifest some of our desires. And we become so focused that we forget to connect with our inner God, or I am the law of assumption manifestation. And Neville Goddard's teachings actually revolve around connecting the inner self. Our inner self is the true God which actually controls our life. The spiritual journey of the law of assumption is about connecting to your inner self. We are used to finding support and evidence from the 3D world we live in. And when you start in the manifesting community, you will also find support from the external world. We have been taught to ignore our consciousness and imagination. But in fact, our imagination is the actual world where we all live. We seek information and validation for our desires in the 3D world. But it's not the way to manifest them. You don't need any confirmation or answers to your questions from the world outside of you. You just need to connect with your inner self, your higher self. You will find everything inside of you. You need validation from the world inside you, not from the world outside of you. Neville Goddard said, "I have told you that I am, if therefore you seek me, let these go their way." When you connect with your inner self, you actually establish a connection with God. So the need for any validation or confirmation decreases. Because when you connect with your inner self, you get the answer to every question, you get everything that you need. So what I'm saying is that if you just connect to your inner self, you will need nothing, and you will manifest all of your desires. When you manifest anything in the 3D world, You don't need to focus on the 3D world. The whole process starts in your head. Your imagination and consciousness are required to manifest your desire. So why do you need anything from the outside world? Everything that you may need or even not need is inside you. Let me say you are everything. And you don't need anything. Everything that you need or wish to have is inside you. And it already exists inside you. So why do you need what you want? Don't you already have it manifested? Why do you still need the things that you already have? Why are you trying to manifest the thing that you have just manifested? Let me explain why you are lacking in desire. Why do you feel that you need something? It is because you don't live in a state where you have that particular thing? So what do you actually need now? You need to step into that state where you feel that you have manifested your desire. If you need validation or information to support your desire, that means you don't believe your desire. You have not connected to your inner self, or you don't think you are God. So in that case, you will not trust the process, and you will manifest what you want to manifest. Neville Goddard said, "If you can hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. Everything that comes into your mind in the form of an idea or thought is possible for you. And if you can imagine it to be yours, it will be yours." This is what the law of assumption says. And this technique actually works on the principle of the law of assumption. Here in this technique, you will make positive assumptions about your desire because according to Neville Goddard, assumptions hardened into facts. You just have to believe that your assumptions are true. In the manifesting community, assumptions and imagination have great importance, and they are often discussed. Our actions are the result of our thoughts. So if we make positive assumptions about our desires, we will take positive action and ultimately, we will manifest whatever our desires are. Well, let me now discuss the technique step by step. The first step involves knowing your desire. Ask yourself what your desire is, and know the reason for it so as to get clear on it. When you know the reason behind your desire, it helps you better understand yourself and makes the best use of your imagination. You might have many desires, but here you need to decide what is best for you. Here you may get confused. But as I have told you, you should know the reason for each of your desires so that you can make a better decision. Let's say you want to manifest money. Why do you want to manifest money? What do you want to spend your money on? What do you want to buy using the money you want to manifest? This is how you get clear on your desire. And it is crucial because it helps you discover more of your desires. You want to manifest money. That means you want to buy a house, or you want to buy a car, or you want to start some business. You need to look into the details of your desire and inspect it from every aspect. Using this technique, you can manifest any of your desires, but as you know, you manifest using the power of your thoughts. You create thoughts and they become reality. So when you try to manifest many things at the same time, your mind gets confused. You were saying you want money, you were saying you want a job, you are craving love, and you also need a new house. All of it will make up your mind confused. So you should use this technique to manifest one desire at a time, and once one of your desires is manifested, you can use it for another. Otherwise, if you try to manifest multiple desires using this technique, you will get confused or your manifestation will take longer. So you have to decide what is the first desire that you want to manifest, and you have to get clear on it by inspecting it. This is the first step towards manifesting your desire. So when you are done with this step, you will love moving on to the second step. This step involves writing your intentions in the form of affirmations. Simply take a piece of paper and write your affirmations on it. I recommend using small sticky notes. Now, what is the best method for writing your intentions? You have to act as if you have manifested your desire. It has been done and now you are living it. For example, you desire to manifest a specific amount of money. Now you need to assume that you have manifested money. So in that situation, what should your affirmations be? So in that case, your affirmation should be like, I have manifested money. I have manifested $2,000. Or let's say you want to manifest a job. In that case, your affirmation should be something like, I'm thankful because I've gotten the job I desired. So that's how you can make affirmations and write them on a piece of paper or some sticky notes. The purpose of these affirmations is to remind you again and again that you have manifested so that your mind can believe it. You can put these affirmations on the wallpaper of your smartphone so that you can see them every time you check them. You can fix these sticky notes to the mirror of your bathroom so that whenever you go in and take a bath, you can read them again and again. You can fix these sticky notes somewhere in your bedroom, or even in your office in a place where you can see them most of the time. The main idea is to make your mind believe that you have manifested your dream, and this is the easiest and quickest method that requires almost no extra work. Well, now you can also speak these affirmations loudly when you are alone. You can say these affirmations to yourself at any time of the day when you are free. You can even write them down in your diary each day. When you do and repeat them each day, they will get imprinted in your mind, and your mind will start believing that you have manifested your desires. You can combine affirmations with visualizations. The use of visualizations is a very powerful way to convince your mind that you have manifested your desire. Now the question is how you can use visualizations along with affirmations. Here simply you will imagine that you have manifested your desire, and you feel it real. You can create an imaginary scene if you want at any time of the day, you can imagine it. For example, if you wish to manifest a large amount of money, you can imagine a scene in which you receive a message on your smartphone. You unlock your smartphone, and as you read the message, your face glows because your bank account has been credited with $5,000. You take your debit card and go shopping, you buy all the things you want to buy, you pay your bills, you go to your favorite club and enjoy. You're not only imagined it, but you make it all real, and you become happy. Feeling it real is the main part of the process. Remember that if you can't feel your visualizations is real, you can't manifest your desire. If you have any sort of doubt or negative thought, you will not be able to manifest your desire, because negative thoughts keep you from manifesting your desire. It is necessary to visualize your desire with emotions and feelings. Because emotions have feelings, make your mind believe easily. Visualize each time for at least 10 minutes. Whatever scene you have written, visualize it again and again until your mind starts believing it. In the beginning, of course, your mind will resist. But when you keep imagining a scene again and again loaded with emotions and feelings, it will start believing it. The moment your mind believes it to be real, your desire will be externalized in physical form. Whenever you decide to visualize your desire, make sure you are calm and alone. And there is nobody to distract you. You will cut yourself off from the world when you visualize your desire and feel yourself a part of that scene. How does it feel when you receive a message on your smartphone, notifying you that your account has been credited? $5,000? How do you feel when you repay your loans? How does it feel when you pay your bills and buy all the things that you wanted to buy? You have to deeply feel those emotions and internalize them. Let me say that once you internalize these feelings, your desire will automatically be externalized. Neville Goddard says that if you can create something in your imagination, you can easily create something in your 3D world. Because the actual world is your imagination, and the world outside of you is the reflection of your inner world. Even the people in your life and around you are your reflection. If you want them to behave differently toward you, you will have to change yourself, and their behavior will automatically change. You are the master of your life and the master of the whole world. Your whole life is the creation of your thoughts. The events that occurred in your life are created by your thoughts. And he says that when you imagine something, it becomes the mirror of your imagination. The fact is that life brings us only those experiences that match our belief system, because it is a law that exists everywhere. No matter what your belief is, life will bring you hundreds of evidence to strengthen it. So now you have to believe that your desire has been manifested and that you are living it even though it hasn't been manifested. When it becomes your belief, it is externalized into the outer world, and you start experiencing it in your real life. So now here's this technique. You have got to take some sticky notes, write your intentions on them and fix them in your home, in your bedroom, or somewhere in your home and in your office. You can read these affirmations aloud whenever you see them so that your affirmations can get passed on to your subconscious mind. And you can make this process effective by combining it with the use of visualizations. And affirmations are the two most effective ways of putting your desired thoughts in your mind. Affirmations are only words, but when you combine them with visuals, they work beyond your expectations. So this is the whole process, And it takes a few days if you are consistent and believe positively about your desire. No matter what your desire is, you can use this simple technique to attract and materialize it in your life. Your beliefs will materialize your desire into the external world in physical form. If you have a big desire, you must be more consistent because it may take longer. And if you don't believe positively in it, it is never going to happen. The 3D world you live in represents your own self, and you always have the option to have a different life. If for now you are suffering from pain, anxiety, or depression, you can easily get rid of it. What Neville Goddard says is a new reality is just a thought away. Just think from a different perspective. Act upon a different idea and see how things change. You know that a single thought can change your life. So you need to work on your thoughts and monitor them.